I know you've heard about LegalZoom.com, but now you're hearing it from me. You have to check out LegalZoom.com. Look, long ago on this podcast, Finesse Mitchell came in here and he actually said he got a divorce through LegalZoom.com. He said it was the easiest thing that ever happened to him. You don't believe me? Look at the game tape. You've been waiting for the perfect time to start your dream business? It's now. Incorporate your business or form an LLC at LegalZoom.com starting at $99. You're going to start a business for $99? That's insane. If you have a family, guess what? Make sure they're protected. You can protect your family and assets with a LegalZoom will for just $69. For $69, you get everybody not fighting over your things after you die. It's all taken care of because of LegalZoom.com. Check it out. LegalZoom's online process guides you step by step. You get total customer support. It can't get any easier, you guys. They even have attorney help if you need it through their legal plans, available in most states. Look, start your business. Protect your family today. LegalZoom.com. You also, what are you going to give all your money to some creepy lawyer? Some guy that's going to drain you like a vampire? No way. Not the Warriors. You're better than that. You're smarter than that. You deserve better. LegalZoom.com. Special discount from listening to this podcast. Make sure you enter MOHR in the referral box at checkout for more savings. LegalZoom.com is not a law firm. You can get self-help services at your specific direction, or you can speak with a legal plan attorney to get your questions answered and get ongoing advice. LegalZoom.com. In the referral box, you type in more, MOHR. Maybe you could be like Finesse Mitchell. Get yourself that divorce. They'll do it. He did it. You do it too. LegalZoom.com. I'll put my name on that.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't. You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Yes, up in the Hollywood Hills. First of all, Jenny Mollen, your house, I was at Kurt Sutter's house a little while ago, and I said, it looks like a place Bill Nighy would smoke a joint in a Robert Altman movie listening to John Coltrane.
Right.
This house should do battle with Kurt Sutter's house.
We should do like a dance-off with their house.
I would like big, giant, transformer robotic dance house
It
party.
would be amazing.
This is an incredible house for a person who... you were in Debs. I don't want to take away from Debs.
Listen, I make a lot of residual money off of Medium and
I think you forgot
Strong Medicine.
I think you forgot who you're talking to. Residual money off mediocrity. I don't know. I said that as Colin. All right. You forgot I was, I was on MTV's Jimmy the Cab Driver. Yeah, I think I pull a few more checks for things I'm not proud of than you do.
I mean, it's horrible. It's so embarrassing.
Walk us through Debs, Jenny Mollen. D period, E period, B
Have you
period,
seen it?
S period. No.
It was funny when I got the text from you saying, we're going to discuss, this, and Debs. I was like, the fuck?
Here's the quiz.
Why?
What does Debs stand for? Do you remember?
Discipline.
It's like the sign above the wall at a dominatrix.
I want to say ego, but it's not. It's
But what were you guys
else.
like, private eyes?
We were, yeah.
Really? You guys are all private eyes in Debs?
Yeah, which is so fucked up because I actually was a Deb. I was a debutante in Arizona when I was growing up. I had to do the whole
You're from Sun Valley. You're a Phoenix girl, right?
Exactly.
I
So,
like Phoenix.
yeah. So that's what I thought the movie was going to be about, but it's actually about like lesbian spies.
Lesbian. Oh, look at Angie just pulled it up on
Are you
IMDb.
excited? Oh, here.
Read us. Why don't you read us?
Oh, wait, let's
Get us
see.
fired up.
Okay, I want to just excite you guys about this.
His phone is an incontrovertible ball breaker. His phone is the reason we drove all the way to Dodger Stadium before we realized we passed your house.
Oh, this thing is, this
Yeah,
thing
you know
looks-
what? Never mind, Andrew. You know what, Andrew? Discipline, energy, beauty, strength.
Energy.
Unlike her character, Dominique Devon Aoki. I'm guessing you were not an Aoki.
I wasn't Devon Aoki.
Who did you play in Debs?
I played the German Deb.
What was her name?
I don't think I had a name.
What?
Quel choc. No, I don't think I did.
Tu parles français?
Yes, do
Quel
you?
choc. Un peu, un petit peu. Pourquoi tu parles français?
Parce que...
Oh, parce que tu étudies à Cal.
Oui.
Yeah, you're very smart. I saw your tweet where you had your Cal diploma.
Well, so I had that out. I just found it, and I decided that I needed to have it framed and sitting on the dining room table, just to remind my husband that that there is one person in this house that went to college and one person.
Your husband
that
did not go to college.
He did not.
Is he like a dumb guy? Is he book smart? Is he at least like street smart?
Yes,
I didn't go
he
to
is.
college, but I like
He
to
is.
think I'm.
No, he actually is, but I just like to sort of touch on that whenever he talks about being more famous than me.
You, of course, are married to Michael Mollen,
Yes,
very famous
Yeah.
filmographer.
exactly.
So there's very few people on Twitter that actually have gotten the run that you've gotten on Twitter. And like your friend, your Twitter buddy, Jenny High Five, who's super funny.
Yeah.
And I guess the first person to really cut out of the mold from Twitter was that guy, Shit My Dad Says.
Yes. Yeah.
And
yeah.
then Kelly
Oxford.
and Slash Lean are all people that are
Slash Lean's good.
they're all like famous from Twitter. But I've tried, like I'll sit around trying to think of something funny to tweet when I'm just like out of
In life.
ideas. It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah.
So it becomes, and Delaney told me once, I'm going to approach it like a job. I'm going like every day, this is my job. I'm going to sit in an office and I'm going to tweet
Yeah.
things that are funny.
Yeah.
Is that, does your mind work in 140 character?
Well, I definitely, when I'm talking to somebody and, I say something or they say something, I'm like, oh, that's a tweet. I can pull it out now from just, conversations.
Like after watching Les Mis, I liked how your husband said to you,
He's like, yeah.
go ahead, throw him under the bus. Go ahead.
He was like, wait, I don't understand what just happened. Do I have to listen to the words of the songs to get this?
For Les Miserables?
Yeah. He's like, when does the talking happen?
No, it's a musical.
Like 2 hours in.
Yeah, it's a musical.
Dude, it's never happening. Yeah.
When do you know, because I have no, it obviously doesn't happen to me, but somebody like you who's a prolific and funny tweeter, well, it's true.
I love somebody like you like giving me so much props.
Well,
It's really
that's
a
why
big ego boost.
That's
for
why
me.
it's why we're here.
I know, I'm beyond flattered.
Well, we're flattered you're aboard. Female comics, it's like super hard for some reason to get them to get their shit together and come on a goddamn podcast.
I think that's crazy. I think that's insane.
Yeah, it's very strange. I got a lot of Jen Kirkman is definitely coming on.
Yeah.
Aisha Tyler comes on, and for some reason, female comics just they book, and then they're like, "Yeah, the guy coming over to do my shrubs today. I can't do it."
My shrub.
And I'm like, "Yo, maybe that's the biggest separation." Is there a mental? All right, let's get back to the original thing. When do you know that you're tweeting that you're getting traction way out, like in Calgary and in Toronto and New York and Miami? How do you know you're doing it successfully? Because you're obviously you're getting attention from your tweets.
Yeah, well, I use Favstar, so you can look on Favstar and see how many people are favoriting, whatever tweet it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can look back from, whenever I first logged on to Favstar and say, okay, so this kind of tweet gets me about, 100 likes. This tweet is more like around 30. So you can start to see what people actually respond to.
Right.
Sometimes when I get a little too industry or LA, stuff that I think other actors appreciate,
right?
Because we hate ourselves.
Yeah.
The rest of the world, I don't ever get as much. I just don't get as much out of those tweets.
Which tweet? So you actually can subcategorize your tweets and which ones are the most popular. Who's coming to the ballpark.
I can tell you right now. The tweet, the one of the tweets that gets people love when I say things like, I don't use scales to inform me that I've gained weight. I just wait for a black guy to tell me I look hot.
Yeah.
People love that kind of shit.
They like junk in the trunk.
Yeah. They love those.
You know my theory on that?
What?
Because you can't get a skinny one. So you have to culturally convince yourself
That it's hot.
that that's actually what you like.
I'm into this.
Hey man, nah, she's a little skinny for me, bro.
Right.
Well, you know what? Let her down easy.
Right.
Let Anne Hathaway know when you break the news to Anne Hathaway that she can't fuck the two guard from the Phoenix Suns. Let her down easy, okay, Penny?
Oh my god.
Let her down easy, Anthony. That Anne Hathaway can't get on
God.
it. Nah, she's a little. I used to have many friends, and they would say, I mean, it was the exact. Nah, she's a little too skinny for me, man.
I have some friends like that. It's so
That's what they
bizarre.
say. Yeah.
I don't understand.
And I don't. And I used to say to one of my friends, I used to go, I think this is all like a big game because you don't feel confident enough to actually approach a skinny girl.
Right.
And he's like, nah, she's a little skinny for me, bro. Like, I need some meat on the bones. And I'm like, how did this become in vogue? Like, and why is everyone embracing this Rubenesque? Like the Kardashians, that fucking petting zoo in the valley that they call the Kardashian house. Like, this chick just has a free run to get as fat as she fucking wants. And they go, she's curvy. Yeah, if you walked out of the house, if Leanne Rimes left her house with that, they'd go, somebody likes potato salad.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That would be my headline.
Yeah.
If I ran In Touch.
Somebody's into carbs.
Whoa, somebody likes potato salad.
Oh my God.
So what is it about? So you're anything racial?
Or like if I say like, any text you received from a woman was actually composed by a minimum of 3 women. People like that type of stuff.
Yeah, because you got the inside scoop.
Yeah, but I also think that it's different. I can get away with more. I think that's why Twitter really is such a woman's medium. You can say the raunchiest shit and you don't, I mean, you look like an asshole, but you don't come off like a total scumbag. Whereas when my husband tries to do the same, people
Mollen.
lash out at him.
Michael Mollen
Gets a shit ton of, hate mail for that kind of stuff.
It is a thing. Like it is this weird thing, and especially in Hollywood where you are a brand, and like now you are a brand. Yeah. You're Jenny and Teets. You're like this. Brand? Yeah, you're a brand. I mean, it is. It's like, and I realized I'm a brand, and my brand used to be like, that's the asshole from Jerry Maguire, and it's like, it's taken me a decade for people to go, actually, he's like married. He's super square. He doesn't drink. He's really not like that much of a dick.
Well, I watched you on Last Comic Standing.
Hey,
I used to be obsessed with you. I was like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it.
That was a great gig.
That was so fun.
That was my first. I've been chasing that like a bump of cocaine. The rest. Because you create it and you're in the room and you're in like you see the board. Like no one ever sees a network's board. Like, well, I don't have any place to put you.
Yeah.
And you actually see a network's grid of shows.
Wow.
And like moving stuff around, like The Price is Right. Like, I'm going to slide this here. And you're actually in that room because it's yours.
It's amazing.
And you go, why don't we do, Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Yeah. And then you can move this over here. So, and then that was the first like mailbox check, like when it's after like 8 years after the fact and you get that weird check and you go, oh my God.
Yeah, that's the most fun.
So I'm glad you're obsessed with it. It was fun too because I got to do clean stand-up comedy every week on television.
I loved it.
You'd be amazed how many comics said no and the network would ask me to call the comics, or like Barry Katz would go, can't you just call them and bring them around, man? And I remember saying emphatically, I'm not going to talk anyone into being on television.
Yeah.
If I have to call you and tell you that you,
this is good for you,
being you,
right,
in front of 10 million Americans doing what you do for a living is a good. Then it's
a good idea for you. Then
it's terrible. This. And it's the same thing with the podcast. Like if people are like, I'm not into it, it's like, bye, see it, great, no problem.
Right.
So so your brand, you are a brand. You're a funny gal, and Bert Kreischer and a lot of guys have said. On my podcast that girls are the best tweeters by far, and it's always you and Jenny High Five, Kelly Oxford, and Slash Lane. Like you guys are the 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse.
That's really exciting. I love knowing that.
And I sent out like a bat signal on Twitter saying, because people are like, yo, where's this person? And I go, that person's been invited. Where's this person? And female comics just I don't know what it was, but you were the first person.
Well, I saw that. I was like, Jenny Mohr just tweeted about me.
Yeah. Everyone said, you got to get Jenny and Teets. I go, oh, sure. I would love to get Jenny Mollen on. And then you immediately email.
I was like, and then I started almost like, what? You understand this because you're married. Like when you're talking to either a new friend or somebody that you're trying to impress. Your husband or your spouse is kind of like in on it with you. And I was like, okay, should I send this? Does this sound good? Or does this sound creepy? Does this sound too needy? And so like I had help in composing my DMs to you because I was actually kind of nervous.
Really?
Yes. Oh,
see, to me, like you're, it's funny because I'm a hack from way back. And to me, like you're the new guard. You're the hip for the room.
Oh, that's crazy.
But I also do the thing where you circle the wife in because the last fucking thing I want to hear at any time is, who is this person?
Right.
Because if your spouse